Hey everybody, and this is Dragon Quest Heroes. I just want to show you guys this just to let you know that it might not be the type of game you was expecting. Now, I've got a confession to make. I've never played a Dragon Quest game before. I've had past interest in the series because it was a JRPG, but I've never managed to own a Dragon Quest title until now. I did go back to try the first one on the NES. As with a lot of games of this type, it was a bit of a clunky experience, and I kind of enjoyed it at first. I did some grinding, but I got stuck, and although it's quite a short game, you could probably fit a million of this game in Witcher 3, I just didn't feel as if I had a good time with it. So, jumping forward a number of years, and from, I believe, Dragon Quest VII, the graphics improved to an anime style, which tempted me to return to Dragon Quest World, but I kind of haven't had much of a chance. So, jumping even further into the future, to the present day-ish, and I've seen previews of Dragon Quest Heroes before I got my PS4 Pro, and I thought it looked amazing. The world and the characters looked really cool, and I was looking forward to getting myself into a game that had a half decent plot and turn-based battles. What I am, however, a bit surprised that this doesn't play like what I was expecting. If you played Dynasty Warriors, and again this is another game I've not had an awful lot of experience with, then you'll have a rough idea of what to expect. I've kind of seen gameplay videos of the one with the Zelda characters and what you see here makes up for what to expect from the game. What happens is, in this game, after the first couple of levels, you get a hub type area, and you can upgrade weapons, craft armor, take side quests, etc, etc. Then you can jump into the story based levels, or you can test your skills against different waves of monsters and grind. The monsters do get progressively harder in the game, so grinding is recommended, because I love it. Well, sometimes.
Back then we really didn't know anything, did we? Not about our world, or even ourselves.
The story is nothing to write home about. Nice friendly monsters of the universe have started attacking people, and the two main characters get caught up and meet a whole host of other people, and steadily build up a large group of protagonists to save the world from some wizard, and I'm guessing a big ass dragon at some point. Now, I'm going to give you a top tip. You get to choose which main character to play as. You do get to play as all the heroes, but there is one who will constantly remain in your party. Choose Aurora, as Gurkma here has the charisma of a suitcase covered in snot. They have very similar moves, but the dude is just dull, and I didn't feel that immersed with this character. If he was a real person, you wouldn't want to wish him any harm, but you may have to punch him in the face if he was trapped in an elevator with him. Characters make up for the lack of fun that Mate Chin is. There is a good variety of personalities and movesets. For instance, you have a boomerang thrower, where you can pull off endless double throws if you're a bit tasty with the timings. You have a combo person who can build up your tension meter more quickly. You have a whip user who has a heal spell and a sexy beam. Yes, really, that's the booby one, by the way. And there's a long range user too, so it's just a case of who you fancy playing as. I tend to play them all fairly evenly to ensure that they're appropriately leveled up for the upcoming challenges. At least that's how I choose to play the game. What I was hoping was actually fairly good fun. You have a lot of combos to pull off for each of the heroes, along with magic attacks which deal wide range and more powerful attacks, and you also have a tension meter which, once filled, you go into a trance state where you're invulnerable and the magic costs no MP to cast, so you can spam like fuck. Also, during this state the meter is draining, and once empty your character will unleash a coup de grace, which is a super move which as a general rule causes massive damage to the hordes of enemies you encounter. You do feel like you're taking on a huge army of monsters, which is really quite satisfying as you hack and slash and cast spells at monsters. There is some repetition of little monsters in the early parts of the game, but later on there are some quite tough single enemies which are also capable of surrounding you. Speaking of monsters, you could also summon your own monster to do battle alongside you. I tend to find that they're not overly strong, but are useful if you have to defend something from attack. Me on to the negatives of this game. During the story missions, there's a fair bit of trying to get to the enemies before they attack the thing you're assigned to protect in the level. A bit like a tower defense game, and personally speaking, I'm not a fan of that sort of thing because I don't find it that interesting and I'm usually not too good at it. I've not got to a stage where it's getting frustrating, but it is getting a fair bit tougher. Because I've been grinding a bit, I don't think I'm in too bad a position, but if that's not your playstyle to purposely level up, then I'd imagine it would be even harder. And the other thing that grates my cheese is the camera angles. I fucking hate them. I've tried adjusting them in the options for it to follow you and for locking onto a baddie, but it's still as uncontrollable as a supermarket trolley. Oh, and buying and selling in the shops is frustrating because you can't trade in bulk. Only singular items, one at a time. Better have some stimulants on hand. And another thing, the story is just a bit bland and at times incredibly cheesy, to the point where it's just plain cringeworthy. But I guess it's not much of an issue if you just want to experience the action. If you're into Dynasty Warriors and Dragon Quests, then I reckon this will be right up your street. You'll recognise the characters and enjoy the hack and slash gameplay. If you're looking for a more JRPG affair, which is the category I fall in, then this may be a bit of a disappointment. However, the time I have spent with the game has felt like a 70-30 mix of fun and frustration, with the 70 being the fun bit. It's only 13 levels long, with about 4 or 5 sub-levels each, so it's not massive, but for all its faults, I really do want to see it to the conclusion. But I don't think I can be asked to do any New Game Plus playthroughs. If this does really grab you, then you'll be pleased to know that there is a direct sequel which kind of looks more of the same. But I want to know, what did you think of Dragon Quest Heroes? Did you have the same issues I did? Or did you like the game more? What did you think of the characters and the moves? Has playing this sold you on Dragon Quest Heroes 2? Let me know in the comments below. Take it easy everybody, and thanks for watching.